first thing you want to do is, while you prepare all the ingredients, you want to turn your stove to start heating up. Since we're going to fry this rice, you want to make sure to have it kind of in between medium and high. Since this is a non-stick pan, you want to be able to fry it without actually damaging your pan. So we're going to let this heat up over here while we start preparing the ingredients. So first off, we're going to start off by cutting some garlic. If you like a lot of garlic, I would add maybe 4 cloves of garlic. Chop them up. I like cutting the bottom first. As you've seen in my other videos, it makes them easier to peel. Now after peeling them, you're gonna wash them, and then you wanna start cutting them up into teeny tiny pieces. And you're done. Next thing you want to do is you want to check to see how the stovetop is doing. Pretty hot. So we want to go ahead and put some cooking oil on it now. Once again, I use Mazola corn oil. Now we'll just wait for the oil to heat up. Cooking is all about multitasking. Next, we're gonna start chopping an onion. If you're wondering how to properly cut an onion, make sure to reference the video I'm going to include in the top corner somewhere above. You're going to make sure to thinly chop those onion slices. All right, looks like it's hot enough to start adding the garlic. Sizzling ASMR. And what would be kimchi kogi fried rice without kimchi? Here we go. This is the kimchi I buy at H Mart, which is a popular Korean grocery store here in the US. So just to kind of give you an idea what these kimchi slices look like, they already come pre-cut and seasoned with chili powder. Some of the ingredients on here. It says Napa cabbage, green onion, red pepper, garlic, ginger, salted shrimp, sugar, water, and salt. It tastes absolutely delicious, and although it may be a little bit spicy for some of you guys that aren't able to tolerate spicy food, I do have a secret to being able to eat kimchi even though you might not tolerate spicy food. So stay tuned for that secret coming up. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the sliced onions. Move it around a little bit. And once that starts heating up, we're gonna pull out our meat that we're going to thinly slice. Check out this giant package that I got for a huge deal at Ralph's. I love Ralph's because it's a great place for me to buy meat. So I'm going to use one of these steaks for now for this recipe. Boom, baby. This steak is as big as my cutting board, which is insane. So basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna thinly slice the steak to make it easier to cook and easier to eat, and also more visually appealing. So about like an inch thick. The length doesn't really matter. Unless it gets too long, then you might want to cut it into 2 pieces. See, so something like this is good to go. I don't really care about the fat, but if you're big on not eating too much fat, you might want to cut that part out. But I don't mind because it tastes good. Once you've finished chopping all your meat, this is kind of what it's all going to look like. I make sure to cut in the way of the veins or the little, like, you know, little veins and the little marks right here. It makes it easier to cut the meat. And then once you're done with this, you want to throw your kimchi into the pan so that it can start pan frying. Can you hear it? That's the sound of my stomach that cannot wait for this deliciousness. For those of you that have never tried kimchi before, usually kimchi is pretty spicy. I would highly recommend that you try it out first in a small amount, and just keep in mind, kimchi tastes different raw versus cooked. Cooked kimchi, personally for me that doesn't like spicy food, tastes a lot better, a lot tastier, a lot less spicy than kimchi that is raw. Now, if you love spicy food, throw in as much kimchi as you like. So next thing we're gonna do, now that the kimchi is pretty much ready, is we're going to throw the meat in there. Ah, yeah, boy. So personally, I like waiting till the meat is in the pan being cooked to season it, because that way it will not only season the meat, but it will season everything else along with it. So some things you guys need to keep in mind when it comes to seasoning red meat is the 3 kings of red meat seasoning, and that is oregano, paprika, and cumin. These are the key ingredients you want to have when seasoning your red meats. Here's some oregano. Let's be generous. Some paprika. And some cumin. Now, one of the most key ingredients to kimchi kogi fried rice is GoChuJang. GoChuJang is the hot pepper paste that is already in kimchi, but that you want to put more of because, of course, this is Korean food and therefore has to be spicy. But once again, like I said before, don't worry, because I have a secret to making spicy food less spicy. This is what it looks like. It's red. It's kind of like pasty. You want to take a dollop of daisy. Anybody know that reference? Am I dating myself right now? I don't know. Usually recipes will tell you to do 2 to 3 tablespoons. Well, I do 1.5 because I don't want to, you know, get a spicy butthole later on. And now we're gonna mix it. Make sure that red pepper paste is all over this food evenly, or as evenly as possible. Now for a key ingredient that you would not expect to make spicy food less spicy, sugar. I use brown sugar specifically, and I put in about 3 tablespoons of sugar. That really helps balance out that spicy flavor and also brings out the juices in the meat. Now we're going to start adding the rice into the mix. I already had pre-cooked rice. If you're wondering how to make rice for this Kimchi Kogi Bokkeumbap fried rice recipe, make sure to check out my other video on how to cook the perfect fluffy rice to complement this dish for this video. Now that you've put in about 2 cups of already fluffed up rice, we're gonna start mixing this baby. And once we finish, we're gonna add the final ingredient. But first, make sure you mix it well enough so that the rice all turns from white to a reddish color. All right, once your rice looks like this, you're good to go. You're pretty much done with your kimchi fried rice. And I lied, there's 2 more ingredients. First, remember the sesame. I'm gonna put some sesame seeds on top. And also the final ingredient that's considered kind of the Korean garnish, organic roasted seaweed snacks. Nothing too fancy. I bought these at Costco. Just put them on top. It makes your dish look pretty and adds that nice salty and crunchy taste. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed how to make kimchi and kogi bokkeumbap, also known as kimchi and meat fried rice. Thanks for watching. Food porn time.